The Egyptian President Mohammed Mursi has just passed a major international test in brokering the ceasefire between Israel and Gaza, but he's also working to untangle a mess at home. Mr. Morsi has just issued an executive order, essentially declaring all of his executive decisions to be bulletproof for the time being. Reza Saya joins us now with more from CNN Cairo. Reza, what does this mean?
Well, obviously, President Morsi yesterday received a lot of credit and praise for his role in the ceasefire between the Palestinians and Israelis. Now he's getting a lot of criticism from his opponents domestically after the announcement of several decrees. The announcement was made by his spokesperson a couple of hours ago, and these seem to be an aggressive effort on his part to accelerate the speed up the establishment of a complete government, including a parliament, and then to push through the drafting of Egypt's all-important new constitution. One of the decrees says that Mr. Morsi, all his decisions after June of this year, that's when he took office, will be law and cannot be overturned or repealed by anybody. That received a lot of criticism in social media. One tweet said that Mr. Morsi is now Egypt's God. Another tweet said that Mr. Morsi has declared himself Egypt's new pharaoh. There's another decree that has to do with the drafting of the Constitution. Remember, 100 people in Egypt here were assigned and charged with the drafting of this Constitution, with the deadline being December 12th, but there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of friction, a lot of liberal members of the Assembly in protest have dropped out. In one of the decrees, Mr. Morsi's office has said that this assembly cannot be dissolved. Again, it's his way of saying, get this done, and he's also added another 2 months to the deadline for NULA. And finally, in a separate decree, Mr. Morsi has said that senior officials under the Mubarak regime who were accused of injuring and sometimes killing the protesters during the revolution will be tried again. So some controversial announcements and decisions by Mr. Morsi, and of course the timing very interesting, coming 24 hours after his involvement in the establishment of a ceasefire between the Palestinians and the Israelis.
All right, but essentially this controversy is about whether or not he is supporting democracy with these moves or working against it.
Well, his critics will tell you that he's working against it. They'll tell you this is Mr. Morsi playing power politics. The political landscape looks very favorable for him and his Muslim Brotherhood party at this point. Remember, the 100-member assembly right now is dominated by Islamist members of the Muslim Brotherhood. If it turns out that this is the body that drafts Egypt's new revolution, it would seem that it would favor the Muslim Brotherhood's policies. And that's why you have a lot of critics coming out as we speak in Tahrir Square. You have a lot of factions protesting this process, protesting Mr. Morsi, and with these decrees, I think the criticism is going to intensify in the coming days.
All right, obviously we'll be keeping an eye on it. Reza Saya in Cairo, thank you.